Hi, I'm Dr. R.E. Branch. I'm a medical doctor in Dallas, Texas. Since 2002, we've operated a primarily online telemedicine or using the communications medium of the internet as a program to treat patients that either have excess hunger because of the nature of modern processed foods in this country, which has evolved as a result of food manufacturers using what are called food scientists. All this is on Wikipedia, or if you want to contact me, I'd be glad to give you additional references. This is unrehearsed, but we're trying to give background information to medical doctors that would want to join us in a network we're developing nationally to treat mainly via telemedicine and through our website, www.AbsolutelyThin.com, which we designed and published to the internet first in 2002. This is being recorded in June of 2015, so we've been in practice for now 13, 14 years using a primarily medical approach to the treatment of overweight, obesity, or excessive hunger, leading people to overeat and gradually gain weight with all the comorbidities that come with being overweight or obese, including hypertension, coronary artery disease, adult onset diabetes, arthritis, and there are many other, of course, comorbid diseases that are a result of the weight problem itself. By a contract, treatment patient contract, the patient must agree to for acceptance into our program. The only problem that the patient has that we treat is their weight. It's our concept that if we could get patients to get their weight down and to keep their weight down, that it will cure or take care of or medically treat most of the comorbidities that are very predictable and come with having an overweight state. At this point, we'd like to introduce Angela Allen. Angela has worked with us for the last couple of years as our national ATIMAP physician, telemedicine, weight loss, and healthy weight maintenance director. And she's interfaced mainly and helped mature and develop to our protocols our first 40 and growing number of telemedicine weight loss doctors around the country. Angela, kind of, if you would, briefly tell us what your experience has been over the last 2 years in dealing with our current network of doctors, to which we intend to add to develop a much larger network of physicians using the AbsolutelyThin.com telemedicine weight loss program around the United States.
I recruit the physicians. Once I've got them enrolled, I send them step-by-step instructions on how to run the program in their office. I'm there for them to help them work the program, work the online system, any problems they're having, logging on, uploading their documents, things like that, dosing protocols, any questions they may have. I'm there to provide them with materials if they need additional materials to give to patients as far as diet, nutrition, tips, advice, things like that. If they don't particularly want to walk the patient through those additional things such as nutrition and diet advice, I offer my services there as well. The patient can always call me and I can walk them through that as a service to the physician.
When patients complete a required online monthly progress note, they're text messaged a notice that they have patients that have completed a progress note. As a rule of thumb, to keep our quality of care and a prompt response, we like our network doctors to respond and evaluate the progress note, make a medical decision as to whether a refill of the medication is indicated or not, and then call the prescription in to the pharmacy within 24 hours. Has that been very effective in helping the doctors give prompt response and prompt medical service, which we feel adds to the quality of our service?
When a doctor enrolls, they are given the option of choosing email alerts or text alerts, so that when a patient registers to see him, or they submit a progress report. They don't have to check their email all day or log in to see if there's activity. They'll automatically get a notification. We ask that the patients, when they're ready for refills, submit their progress reports 5 to 6 days prior to running out of medication. We ask that the doctors review the progress reports and call in refills within 48 hours. So they'll meet somewhere in the middle and everybody's happy. All the information the doctor needs to review and call in refills is right there. The patient lists their pharmacy, the pharmacy number every time, so the doctor doesn't have to waste time looking for this information. It's there for him with every progress report.
Well, first year and a half as we've kind of begun to mature our program, are there problems that physicians have had? Could you describe any kind of problems, and also how some of the features that we've added to the website to make it easier for doctors to help patients using our service?
There's not a lot of problems. The system is generally easy to use. If the doctor ever has any problems, it's usually with the uploading of the documents. You have to upload 2 documents, the copy of the H&P form and a copy of the patient's driver's license. I send instructions. If the doctor can't make it work, he can call me, I can walk him through it. That's usually the only problem that I tend to see. Sometimes the doctor will have questions about dosing. I can answer those as well. I send a dosing protocol sheet when they enroll, but I can answer those questions as well. We also sometimes have problems. A doctor will feel uncomfortable treating a certain patient based on their behavior. They exhibit drug-seeking behavior sometimes, or just a general overall feeling the doctor may feel about a patient. They can refuse to treat this patient, and we won't make the doctor deal with an uncomfortable situation like that. If the doctor asks us to handle that, we will. We won't make them deal with the patient.
About how long, or when you first interface with the doctors, what kind of questions do they usually have, and how do you go about answering them?
The doctors want to know what our drug protocol is. The drug we use the most is phentermine. It's paired with Prozac, and they want to know why the Prozac, and they want to know if I have literature to support the Prozac in combination with the phentermine, and I do, and I can provide that. The second question I get most often is, how often are we paid? They are paid monthly based on the number of completed evaluations, not the number of registrations, but the number of evaluations that they completed. And they'll be sent payment, and it will include an itemized list of evaluations that were completed on a monthly basis. Prospective doctors have asked if there are doctors in our network who would be willing to speak with them, and I can provide you with a list of doctors that would be willing to speak with you that have been with us for 1 or 2 years. We do provide marketing in the form of broadcast emails to patients that are in our database. We also provide our new doctors with an in-office marketing kit that consists of brochures, business cards, and pins to help increase their patients under the AbsolutelyThin network.
I might also say that most states permit what's called prescriptive delegation. That is, though, if the doctor takes us on by their own, usually the online medical evaluation, which is done on a month-to-month basis, usually takes 2 or 3 minutes to do the whole review of the medical progress note, a medical determination as to whether there's justification to refill the medication, and then to call the pharmacy. The pharmacy phone number and name is usually listed in the progress note. And since phentermine is a class 4 medication, it's permitted to call this in by telephone, and most pharmacies use a voicemail system to receive the prescription. So the total service is usually administered each month. That is an online medical evaluation, review of the monthly progress note, and some 2 or 3 minutes. Additionally, it's such a simple service that most states, in the state of Texas, permits what's called prescriptive delegation. If you have a nurse or several nurses or other people that are responsible, the physician can give them the authority using their medical license to call in these prescriptions. And since there's usually just a very narrow range of medications that we're using, It's been very safe. We've had absolutely zero problems in treating hundreds of thousands of patients. And it's something that's so simple for the physician to do that if they have any medical staff, it doesn't actually require any of the physician's time to go forward with the treatment of the patients. This concludes our interview and discussion of our recruitment of our national ATIMAP physician network. We are eventually going to limit the number of physicians, but there's no cost to join our network, and our medical protocols are compliant with all federal laws, state laws, and we have a large demand nationally as our program over the last 12, 13 years has proven itself extremely effective. And we really need physicians in each and every state around the United States, in cities both large and small. So anybody interested, please contact us in Dallas at 972-934-3231. Anyone can help, but if you would, ask for Angela Allen, who's our National Recruitment Director. We look forward to hearing from you and hope you'll join us.